RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Macias Insurance Agency, your local independent insurance agent. Andy's Auto Body, Tire, and Auto Service and Sales. Auto Butler Car Wash and Express Lube, located at 1706 Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Auto Centers Nissan, home of the Wiggity Way. Roper's Regal Beagle, the Metro East's premier sports bar and grill. Shell Community Federal Credit Union, the one place to go for all your banking needs. Alton Sports Tap, sports, food, and good times. Liberty Bank, bank local, bank Liberty. Ruderman Plumbing, your locally owned plumbing superheroes. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance, all of your protection under one roof. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. First Mid-America Credit Union, exceeding member expectations since 1934. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949.
Afternoon as we get ready for the blue against the red. Quincy with a record of 18-13. The Alton Redbirds 29 wins, a school record 29 wins, so they go for win number 30 here today. And our first pitch of the game is on the way, and it is ball one to senior left fielder Ben Marrow. Marrow of Quincy, the batter. And the Alton right-hander today, Ben Cusack, and Cusack delivers in the dirt, and it's quickly 2-0 to our first batter of the afternoon.
Well, these two schools provided some excitement on the softball field yesterday, and hoping for the same on the baseball diamond here in Edwardsville today.
4A baseball, and the pitch is high for a ball. Yesterday it was 4A softball. Alton beating Quincy 7-6. So it's Alton and Edwardsville on the softball side Saturday. We'll see if it's the same matchup on the baseball side. But it's a 4-pitch walk for Cusack, who comes in with a record of 7-2, an ERA of 1.59 on the year.
Well, obviously you don't want to walk the leadoff man, but 4 straight pitches out of the strike zone, a little bit disconcerting. Quincy, they can get some confidence. Coming into this game with double-digit losses, Alton's the prohibitive favorite, number 2 in this regional.
And the first pitch is a strike to Matt Tosick, another senior, as he takes a strike, and first strike of the ball game from the right-hander Cusack. We'll tell you more about his season so far, 7-2 record once again. The pitch on the way, the runner going, the bunt is in the air, and it is grabbed by the third baseman, who will throw to first. A bunt and run, and it's a double play. Third to first, 2 down.
Well, almost overrunning that ball was Carter Hayden. He's playing third base today for Alton, and he was charging hard, and when that ball was popped up, he had to stop in his tracks. He slipped a little bit and then had to reach, extend, full extension to make that catch over the shoulder, and then the runner was all the way at second base, so an easy double play once the catch was made.
Hunter Weinhoff, the batter now, and he will take a ball high. So, just like that, there's 2 outs, a leadoff walk, but again, a good play by Hayden as he slipped in the grass and then started to backpedal and reaching up, made the grab on the pop-up over the shoulder. And then he had an easy toss across the diamond to first as the runner was just on his way back from the second base area, really, because he was on the move with the pitch. Here's a fly ball into short center field. The center fielder comes in, he camps under it, and Allen will make the play in short center field. And that is the end of the first inning for the Blue Devils. The Alton Redbirds coming up here at the Edwardsville 4A Baseball Regional in a moment. No score. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
If you have car problems, Andy's has the solution. Customer service is priority number 1. Our dedicated staff will be more than helpful in getting your car back on the road while you relax in our comfortable waiting area. If needed, we'll also make arrangements for a rental. Our experienced ASC certified technicians will walk you through every step of the process. Andy's Tire and Auto Service offers every under-the-hood service you need. Visit one of our 4 convenient locations today.
Quincy, sophomore right-hander Drake Green brings it in, and Green brings it in high to Derek Allen, ball 1. 0-0 game. Blue Devils batting in the top of the first. Now the Redbirds in the bottom of the first. Line drive, and that's a base hit into left center field as Allen got an elevated pitch up around the letters, and he had a nice, easy swing. It's a single to left center field.
Good way to start the game for the Alton Redbirds. Nice hit for Derek Allen, and now he's on base, and we'll see if they want to do any running early as they get their first look at this pitcher, Green. We don't know a lot about these Quincy players because obviously not from the Riverbend area. Statistics not necessarily available, so it's all new seeing what these Blue Devils can do.
Derek Allen with a hit and hitting over 300 on the year. Now a foul ball by Matthew Hopkins, and Hopkins on the season hitting .310, right at about where Derek Allen is hitting on the year. But Derek Allen is at first. Good speed to start it in the bottom of the first inning. 1 on, nobody out. The left-handed batter Hopkins will take high for a ball.
Hopkins started the season up in the batting order. His average slipped. He was sent down in the batting order, and it's gradually been climbing, and his position in the batting order has been climbing as his average comes up.
Hopkins left-handed stick, lead at first for Allen, the throw over to first and the runner back. Reckers is at first, Melton at second, Tosick at short, Weinhoff at third, Drake Green the pitcher, Schroeder the catcher. Out in the outfield, it's Merrow in left, Fry in center, and Brown in right field. Swing and a pop down the left field line and out of play again the same way with a couple of foul balls. The Redbirds today in the third base dugout. They're the home team, the higher seed, the 2 seed. The number 1 seed, Edwardsville, beat Granite City. So they're waiting on the winner. Actually beat Pekin High School, Pekin, Illinois. And the Tigers are 34-1 on the year.
Yeah, Pekin had won the play-in game versus Danville back on Monday 4-3, and then Edwardsville beat up on Pekin yesterday 17-0.
Swinging a foul off to the left again with Allen at first base and nobody out here. Hopkins has a chance to really set the table here for Hudson, Canalican, and Bonnell, the heart of the order.
So far, no indication of bunting, no indication of Allen trying to steal second, playing it straight up here.
Left-handed senior batter waits, and the throw over to first, and the runner back once again. Allen?
Allen's had some big leads over at first base, but he's been getting in, diving back into first.
Head coach Todd Haug with the signs, and the pitch on the way. Upstairs to Hopkins, and it's now a full count, 3-2, nobody out. A lot of clouds in the area and a few pop-up showers and thunderstorms. No rain in the Edwardsville area here. They do have the lights on here with the cloud cover, so we're going to play with the lights on in the bright sunshine here. Coaching at first base, it is Nick Smith. Smitty over there with Derek Allen grabbing a lead at first again, and Hopkins jammed and fouls it down the third base line again.
There's going to be a couple of left-handed bats in this Alton lineup facing the righty Green here in this opening inning. Back-to-back left-handers with Hopkins on deck.
Right-handed pitcher Green, left-handed batter Hopkins. Swinging a fly ball to left. Left fielder camps under it. He doesn't have to move much. Now he reaches up, and Merrow makes the play, and that'll be the first out as it sent him deep to left, deeper than he thought, I think.
We haven't been talking about the wind, and the wind is kind of blowing out towards left field, and I think that was just the wind carrying that ball a little bit deeper than what the left fielder thought it would initially. But he went back, made the catch over the shoulder, retires Hopkins for the first out of the inning.
That'll bring in the leading hitter for Alton, Brian Hudson, designated hitter today, leading the team with 6 triples. Now they have the runner caught between first and second. Pitcher steps off. They throw over there. First baseman's going to toss it to second base, and they'll run down Allen and tag him out as they got him in the rundown, and now there's 2 down.
Well, Derek Allen got caught. He was trying to time the pitcher and get a good jump. He left way too early. The pitcher, all he did was step off and then run right at him, and Derek Allen gets picked off, and it's quickly 2 outs now.
So Hudson will bat with nobody on base and 2 down with that .448 batting average, 6 triples, 4 homers, 49 RBIs, all leading the team, of course, with those numbers. 49 ribbies. 13 doubles. He and Hampton have 13 doubles on the year. Swing and a pop-up. This one is in short left center field. Left fielder coming on, and now he's under it, and Merrow will make the grab in short left. And it turns out each team has a base runner, but each team has just the minimum, 3 batters in the first inning. Nobody left on in the first inning, and after 1 here in Edwardsville, Alton and Quincy 0-0. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
All right, sir, we finished all the services on your car. They'll take it over for your complimentary car wash, and they'll call you when it's ready.
Cusack back to the hill. He'll face a left-handed batter here to start. And Quincy will start with their first baseman, Johnny Reckers, a junior. Ball 1. Each team had a base runner, a leadoff base runner, but erased on the bases. Alton turned a double play, whereas Quincy picked off Derek Allen at first.
Well, just what you want to do. Start off the game getting a base runner, but neither team could capitalize.
Ground ball towards short, right through the legs of the shortstop, and that is Hampton, who has that ball go through his legs for an error.
We've seen Stephen Wynn play shortstop most of the season for the Redbirds. Hampton getting the start here today, and Hampton commits an error, and the leadoff man is on in the second inning for Quincy.
Hopkins in left, Allen in center, Wynn, Stephen Wynn in right field. It's Hayden at third, Hampton at short, Skrabach at second, Kanalikin at first, Bonnell the catcher, Cusack the pitcher today for Alton High baseball. Here's a pitch high for ball 1 to Carson Fry, a senior.
Hayden playing in on the grass at third, expecting maybe a bunt here from Fry.
This pitch is a ball. 4 seniors in the lineup for Quincy, 3 sophomores. The rest juniors. Right-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. Top of the second inning here. The pitch. It's a strike, and it's 2-1 now to Fry. The Redbirds losing a couple of games down the stretch. 1 to O'Fallon, 1 to Salem. Had an 8-game winning streak, their longest streak of the year. A couple of 6-game winning streaks, too, including 6-0 to start the year. Here's a pop foul, first base side, but as the season winds down, 29 wins, which is a school record. They had 28 wins a couple of times. Once 2 years ago, 2013, under Coach Todd Haug, and the other time, 13, 14 years ago, under Coach Mike Bellum. They won 28 games, but this year, 29, and hopefully 29 and counting. They're looking for number 30 today. Pitch is just outside, maybe a little low for a ball.
That 29th win came in Jerseyville last week, and it was only a 1-0 win in a very close game for the last regular season game for the Redbirds.
Here's a soft line drive to Wynn in right field. Right in his tracks, he'll make the catch. A liner to right, 1 out.
If you've got Wynn playing right field, that should be a defensive upgrade no matter who you put out there, because Wynn he's got some speed and he should be able to pick it out there in right field, and that was right in his tracks and didn't have to move too much to retire Fry.
And before that Jerseyville win, the Redbirds lost to O'Fallon 11-2. And therefore they tied O'Fallon for second place in the conference this year. Alton 11-3, O'Fallon 11-3 in the Southwestern Conference. Runner going, and no throw as the ball was bobbled there. Bonnell couldn't get a good grip on the baseball, I don't think, and there was not a throw to second base.
Yeah, it looked like that he may have had a play down at second base if he could handle the ball and come up throwing, but just couldn't get a good grip on it, so instead of throwing it away, he just put it in his pocket.
Mason Melton, the batter. Melton will swing and drive one into right center field, and he's going to have to chase that one. It's in the gap in right center field for a double. It'll be a standing RBI double the other way as he shoots it to right center.
Well, that stolen base is big because it allows the run to score. Not saying that the runner couldn't have scored from first on that ball hit into the gap, but when you're at second base in a double, you're sure to score, and it's the first run of the game as Reckers crosses the plate on the RBI double by Melton.
And that's the first hit of the ball game for Quincy. They've had a walk, they've reached on an error, and the error comes around to score an unearned run here in the inning. Cusack will deliver, and it's a strike to the catcher, sophomore Ben Schroeder.
Well, errors can come back to haunt you, and it does here in the second inning as Quincy gets on the board first.
1-0 Blue Devils, second inning, and Redbirds trying to get out of it with just one run scoring. There's another in scoring position here, one out.
Yeah, you can't lose focus here. You got to just put that one run behind you and hope that your teammates can pick you up and score more than one. Generally speaking, you're going to need to score more than one to win a game. So a 1-0 lead is not too big to overcome.
Swing and a drive into left field. Left fielder coming on. That ball hit hard, but the left fielder, Hopkins, coming on to grab it. 2 down.
A couple of fly ball outs in this inning. This one hit on a line to the left fielder, Hopkins, who came in and made the play.
Now it's the pitcher, Drake Green. Green bats 8th in the batting order. Runner at second, 2 down. The pitch is high from the Alton right-hander Cusack.
Cusack making his 11th start today. Second on the team to Hudson, who has made 12 starts. So these are 1-2 on that pitching depth chart for Coach Howd.
There's a swing and a soft liner into center, and it's going to drop in front of the center fielder. The throw home, not going to be in time. Catcher comes out in front of home plate to block it. And it wasn't hit hard, but he dumped it into center for an RBI, 2-0.
Well, with 2 outs, that runner can go on contact, and he was able to score with that throw, never getting close to home plate. The man who hit the ball, Green, made a mistake. He probably should be down at second base as that ball got away from the catcher who had come up almost to the pitcher's mound to knock down that throw home, and then it got away near foul territory down the third base line. And Green stayed at first base, didn't have a big turn at first, and he should be down at second. There's 2 runs across here in the first or second inning, and that prompts a visit to the mound.
Pitching coach Pete Kleeman heads to the mound to talk to Cusack here. 2 hits have produced 2 runs, 2 unearned runs, and Pete Kleeman with a visit to the mound, and that will allow us to tell you about the Redbird coaching staff. Todd Haug, assisted by Pete Kleeman. Steve Haug in the dugout. Jason Hussman, also a bench coach. Nick Smith, first base coach. And Austin McKee on the coaching staff, too, for the Redbirds. Second inning, Quincy, senior high, 2-0 over Alton. 2 runs here in the second inning. The pitch is low for a ball to the DH, Derek Green, who bats for the right fielder, Landon Brown, in the 9 spot.
This is unusual for Cusack. He's got that 1.59 ERA, very good, giving up 2 runs in 1 inning. Now the air started things, but he's allowed a couple of hard-hit balls in this inning as well.
RBI double for Melton, RBI single for Drake Green. Now it's Derek Green. They bat back-to-back, and a bunt attempt is foul by the DH, and it's now 2-1.
Trying to bunt his way on, just got a piece of it.
Redbirds 29-6 again on the season. Lost to O'Fallon, to Salem. Lost 2 games to Edwardsville this year. 1 to Wheaton, Warrenville South from the Chicagoland area. And lost a game to St. Louis U High from St. Louis, Missouri. 2 outs. Runner at first. And the count here is 2-1 to the number 9 hitter. Swing and a fly ball into right center field. Center fielder going to camp under that one over in the gap. And Allen makes the play. It holds up for the center fielder to grab it. And that's the end of the second inning. But Quincy will score 2 in the inning and take a 2-0 lead on the Redbirds early on. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
Come on, guys. We're only up by 1 run. I need some insurance. Let's go.
Put me in, Coach. I can get you some insurance.
AmFam G-Man at the plate. Here's the pitch. Swing and a long one. A home run for AmFam G-Man.
Hit a home run with my team, a winning team. Let me protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fisher, 466-7062. Come on, Coach.
American Family Insurance.
Bottom of the second inning, Canalican, Bonnell, and Hampton to bat here for the Redbirds, who have some work to do already. Quincy 2-0 here. Bottom of the second inning with the cleanup hitter, Jacob Canalican, taking a strike at the knees, 0-1.
18-13 record, kind of asking the coach if they had played anybody down in this area, and they said no, so not a lot to know about this Quincy team.
Canalican, a foul ball at home plate, and it's quickly 0-2. Jake, 358 on the season, 35 RBIs, second on the team to Hudson's 49 ribbies. Canalican waits and fouls one straight back. It stays at 0-2 here.
One thing I do know is looking at the Quincy schedule earlier today, they play a lot of smaller schools, and you know they're almost forced into that because there's not a lot of similar sized schools in their region. That's why they're coming down here to Edwardsville for a regional, along with Pekin.
Foul ball to the third base dugout. Well, you know, when it comes to basketball and their great tradition, that they do a lot of traveling to play a lot of different schools around the state of Illinois, from Northern Illinois, the Chicagoland area, all the way down to Southern Illinois when it comes to Blue Devils basketball. Because they are on the map, anyway, out in the middle of nowhere. Here's a swing and a miss down low to Canalican.
First strikeout for this pitcher, actually the first strikeout in the game for either pitcher.
1 out, junior catcher, Aaron Bonnell, the batter. Bonnell 376 on the year, 22 RBIs. And he takes a strike. It's 0-1.
Got that batting stance where he stands in from the right side and holds those hands out kind of over the plate. You always teach the kids to put those hands back. He has them up close to his body and doesn't put them back until he kind of uses it as a trigger mechanism to get ready to hit the ball.
Starts out with the elbows almost touching each other, the knees close in together too. Swing and a shot to right. That's a base hit, and he makes it happen with a 0-2 mistake there as he nails one to right field.
It works for him. I don't know if anybody else can duplicate that stance, but it works for him, and he's going to be lifted for a courtesy runner. And the Redbirds use Brendan Phillips to run at first base with 1 out.
Number 14, a senior, Brendan Phillips, runs at first, and here is a senior, Drake Hampton, the shortstop, who steps in. Hampton 343 on the year. A lot of big batting averages for the Redbirds at 29-6. A lot of players hitting in the 300s, that's for sure. Here's a strike inside corner under the hands, strike 1.
A couple of hard hit balls off of Cusack last inning. Be nice to see the Redbirds start peppering that ball around the field.
Trying to answer here in the bottom half of the second inning. Foul ball to the screen by Hampton. Stephen Wynn, sophomore, waits on deck. Then it's Carter Hayden and Jacob Scrabach to the bottom of the batting order for the Redbirds. Throw over to first and the runner back. Again, yesterday we had Alton and Quincy softball. Today, Alton and Quincy playoff baseball. The stretch, the pitch by Green is a strike called. A low strike from here.
Yeah, it was low, and it draws the ire of the Alton dugout just to our left, and we've got a good view to see just how that ball is elevated, and it was almost in the dirt for the catcher, called strike 3.
Ankles, shoe tops, where the catcher caught the ball anyway, and it was still low when it came over home plate. And Stephen Wynn, the lefty, will take ball 1.
2 strikeouts in the inning for this pitcher.
A hit in each inning for the Alton Redbirds. Here's Stephen Wynn with 2 down. Right-handed pitcher Green delivers a strike, the sophomore. Looking comfortable here in his start, early in the game anyway.
He's got some life on this fastball. Not overly tall pitcher, but he can bring it in there, pretty good clip.
Here's the next swing and a shot to third, in and out of the glove of the third baseman. Throw to first for the out, though. He stayed with it. Third baseman Weinhoff makes a good play, and that's the end of the second inning for the Redbirds. After 2-0 Quincy over Alton. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
We're always looking for better ways to do things, but with some banks, better for them isn't always better for you.
You've reached Megabank. Press 1 to hear your current balance. Press 2 to hear these options again.
Introducing free Kasasa checking. When you do stuff for us, like swipe your debit card or get e-statements, we make it even better for you with cash back and refunds on ATM fees. Kasasa, carried locally at Liberty Bank. Do you, Kasasa?
Well, Cusack needs to settle down, get through an inning here, 1, 2, 3 preferably. Still looking for his first strikeout. What is concerning, all 3 outs last inning were fly ball outs. I'd like to see more ground ball outs than fly ball outs during the course of a game.
Fakes a bunt and takes a low strike. Strike 1. We're underway in the top of the third now. Right-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. And the next, he is going to bunt. In the grass, third base side, picked up there, throw to first, good play again by the third baseman, Hayden, in on the grass.
Well, Carter Hayden had to barehand it, and that's a difficult play. So many things can go wrong when you're barehanding a baseball because you might not get a good grip. It can roll up your arm a little bit. He was able to make the play, charging in hard from his third base position, getting the runner by a step at first.
Do or die in the grass for the third baseman there. Good bunt there, too, by the leadoff man. This one is popped foul off to the right by the shortstop, Matt Tosick. Tosick 0 for 1.
I don't think he could have fielded the ball with his glove, transitioned to the hand, and still got the out at first. He needed to barehand it.
This one bounces in for a ball. It's 1-1.
That was only the second ball hit on the ground in this game. The other one was that error committed by the shortstop in the second inning leading off. Merrill bunting here. There was a bunt attempt back in the first inning that was popped up.
Swing and a drive into left. Hard hit ball, and reaching up is Hopkins on the run. And Matt Hopkins with a great play in left field.
That ball was carrying out to left with the wind blowing, and Hopkins had to reach up at the last minute with the left hand to haul it in. Another fly ball out for Cusack.
Tomahawked that ball, a line drive shot. And reaching up on the run was Hopkins with a good running catch in left field. Swing and a shot into left field. This one's down the line, and it's fair, and it is a single as Hopkins holds the batter to a single. Over the head of the third baseman, Hayden, and Weinhoff has a 2-out hit.
Line drive cleanly into left field. Hopkins came over towards the line and kept the runner from going to second base. 2-out single for Weinhoff. Couldn't get that 1-2-3 inning that you would have liked to seen Cusack get.
Cusack looks in, brings it in, and it's inside off the plate, at the knees, but inside for a ball. So third hit of the game for the Blue Devils. They had 2 hits last inning with 2 runs. Left-handed batter, Johnny Reckers.
He's a good-sized kid. He could probably hit the ball hard.
And he hits it the other way, and it's right through the hole between short and third. It's a base hit to left field. First and second, 2 down.
Back-to-back singles. And that's now 4 hits in the game for Quincy, as they got a little 2-out rally going here.
And they already lead 2-0. And the right-hander Cusack needs to stop it right here. Carson Fry, the number 5 batter. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Good spot there as had Fry off balance there, out on his front foot, but took it, strike 1. Cusack looks in, checks the runners, the stretch. The pitch is inside for a ball, another breaking ball. Fry hit a line drive to right his first time up. Wynn made the play, so the senior, Fry, 0 for 1.
Scrawbach's trying to keep the runner close at second. That creates a pretty good size hole over on that right side of the diamond.
There's a strike, and it's 1-2.
Scrawbach hustles back to his position. A lot of times when you're hustling back to your position and that ball is hit up the middle, you can't retrace your steps and try to stab a ball that's towards the bag.
Swinging a ground ball to the second baseman, and Scrappy will throw to first for the out, and that ends the inning. 2 hits after 2 were out, 2 left on for the Blue Devils. They still lead the Redbirds 2-0 here in Edwardsville. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
I'll grab the birthday cake, you bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
Baseball regional coverage here, and the Alton Redbirds facing the Quincy Blue Devils. Bottom of the third inning, Blue Devils up 2-0.
No better time than get a rally started here in the third inning. Had runners on in first 2 innings, haven't been able to get somebody to second base in this game yet.
Carter Hayden trying to get something started in the bottom of the batting order. Then the number 9 hitter will be in there. Hayden will take a strike. It's 2-1 here. Pitcher Drake Green of Quincy, a right-handed sophomore. He's ready and throws another one, and a foul ball off to the right.
After missing with the first 2, taking all the way was Hayden, so that's why he squared around to bunt to get a good look at the pitch. Took it for a strike. Now he fouls one off, and the count's even, 2-2.
Right-hander delivers outside to Hayden, 3-2. Had a full count to Hopkins back in the first inning. That's the only other full count so far. Now we have one to the Alton third baseman. Hayden ready at 3-2, the pitch. Strike 3 called, and he watched it go by, 1 out.
Second time in this game, the Redbirds have taken a called strike 3. That's now 3 strikeouts for this pitcher Green.
And now the number 9 hitter, Jacob Scrawbach, in a great year out of the 9-hole this year, 304 batting average. Some big RBIs, some big key hits. He's got 16 runs batted in, ball 1.
And he's been a consistent factor at the bottom of the lineup. So many times you see people move around, but He's been hitting ninth, and he's been thriving there.
Getting on base a lot of different ways. Here's a ground ball in the hole at short. Throw to first. Good play on a backhand by Tosick at short. Gets Scrabach by a step.
Ball wasn't hit hard, and Tosick had to backhand it in the hole. That means he had to make the strong throw to get the speedy Scrabach, and still got him by a step or so at first base for the second out of the inning.
Derek Allen, the junior leadoff man, steps in. He's 1 for 1. Single in the first inning. And he flies one into right field. Right fielder cruising over, under it, has it. Right fielder Brown with a running catch. Strikeout, ground out, fly out. 1, 2, 3 for Alton. We've played 3 innings here. And the Blue Devils lead the Redbirds 2-0. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
Red or black, silver or gold, new or used. At First Mid-America Credit Union, they know options are important to you. That's why they've made relationships with local dealerships where you'll receive all the extras with First Mid-America Credit Union's low rates and financing done on the spot. All you have to do is decide what you want. Your car, our loans, they're made for each other. www.1stmidamerica.org or call 618-258-3168 to speak to a representative.
A score of 2-0 after 3 innings.
Looking for the upset as the number 3 seed Blue Devils trying to knock off the 2-seeded Redbirds. The winner gets the Edwardsville Tigers, the number 1 seed, on their home field Saturday at 11.
Top seeded Edwardsville cruising right along at 34-1 on the season. Having quite a year. And people probably would have guessed, looking at their roster, that they would be solid, maybe not as good as they have been. 14-0 in the conference champs.
Their only loss was to a Missouri team, I believe.
That's right. I believe DeSmet. Here's a ball low and away, and it's quickly 3-0 to the batter.
Well, that low strike was called against the Redbirds earlier this game. Didn't get the call on that one.
Aaron Bonnell, the catcher, holding that there for just an extra beat for the home plate umpire. Here's a strike. Leadoff walk to start the game by Cusack, and he hasn't walked anybody since then. He hasn't had a strikeout today either. Here's a foul ball, 3-2.
Well, it looked like it was going to be a 1-2-3 third, and then back-to-back singles, then got the ground ball to end the inning. So no runs scored, so no damage in the inning, but you'd just like to see Cusack, for his mental state of mind, have an easy inning here as we're getting into the middle innings with the 2-0 ball game.
Just after 5 o'clock, you're in tune to WBGZ Alton. Pitch on the way, and it is up and away for a leadoff walk here in the 4th.
Well, they've had their leadoff man in 2 of the 3 innings reach base. Merrill walked back in the 1st, and now Melton walks here in the 4th.
Had their leadoff man on 3 times now in 4 innings. And the catcher, Ben Schroeder, will take it outside, ball 1.
So Cusack has been pitching from the stretch often in this game with base runners every inning for the Blue Devils. And you wonder if getting back-to-back hits, pitching from the stretch to that second batter, maybe Cusack is not as comfortable pitching from the stretch position.
Cusack 7-2 on the season, allowed a couple runs in the 2nd inning. That's it so far on the board, 2-0. Pop foul, first base side over the Quincy first base dugout. Foul ball, and a few more clouds than we had to start the ball game. Again, the lights are on here at the Edwardsville Baseball Diamond, Tom Pyle Field. Right-handed hitting catcher. The stretch. The 1-1 pitch, instead of throw over to first. Kanalikin holding the runner over there at first base. Cusack looks in, gets the sign. Ready to go again. Strike called there as he zipped that one by the catcher. The Quincy catcher, 0 for 1 with a hard hit ball to left. He lined out to Hopkins in left. First time up. Nobody out here in the fourth. Another pitch by Ben here. Ground ball foul, third base side.
Cusack, did he start the game versus Edwardsville here? The conference game?
I think that's right, yes.
Yeah. So he's pitched on this mound once already this season. And we know that Hudson started the first game against Edwardsville, the game played in Alton, where he gave up his most runs on the season in that one game.
Stretch, pitch, swing and a line drive. It's into right center field and gets by Wynn. He made a diving try, but it's going to go to the track, and it'll be a double, and it'll be an RBI double as Schroeder sends it the other way. 3-0, Quincy now.
Schroeder took it where it was pitched, and he hit it hard into that right center field gap. Wynn laid out, but he couldn't come up with it. Ball goes to the fence, and with Wynn needing to scramble to get up, he had to get the ball back in quickly to keep the runner from scoring, but he was able to score easily from first base without a play at home, and that's 2 runs, or 1 run in this inning, a runner on second, and we're going to see a pitching change here from the Alton Redbirds.
Ben Cusack is going to leave. It looks like it's going to be Jacob St. Peter's into the game as pitching coach Pete Kleeman goes to the mound to make the change. We'll tell you about the new pitcher for the Redbirds in a moment. 3-0 Quincy, 4th inning. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
One of the greatest myths about car dealers is that some pay less for their cars than others. Hi, I'm John Roberts, and we all pay the same. Here at Roberts Motors, we can compete with any Ford dealer, regardless of how big they are or how great they say their deals are. The number one concern of anyone buying a car today is service. At Roberts Motors, we pride ourselves in exceptional service before, after, and during the sale. Stop in today and see why Roberts has been the home of happy customers since 1949. Or see us online at RiverBender.com.
Hitters coming up. Runner at second here. Cusack leaves, giving up 2 walks, 3 runs so far. And he's given up 5 hits as he leaves the game. A double, RBI double for Melton back in the second inning. RBI double for Schroeder here in this inning. And Drake Green, the pitcher, is going to bunt, and he'll take it for a strike. Thinking back to that double there, great base running by Melton to score from first on a double when the ball may have been, well, it was close to being caught in right field.
Well, if it would have been caught, he would not have been able to advance. He was almost at second base when that ball was in the area of Wynn out in right field.
Good hustle there as he got all the way around to score standing up. 2 strikes on Green here with nobody out.
Green had an RBI single in his first at bat. That was back in the second. Drove in the second run of the game.
Right-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. Drake Green, pitcher for Quincy. Here's the pitch. It's in there for a strike. Strike 3 called, and that's the first Blue Devil to go down on strikes.
And it's a called strike 3, and it's a big out as they get that 8th place batter. Now the 9th place batter in the lineup comes in. Runner at second base, so he's still in scoring position. Redbirds still have to guard against the bunt here as they might try to get to the top of the order, take their chances there.
Swing and a miss for the number 9 hitter, Derek Green, the DH.
Well, he didn't look good on that swing, so St. Peter's has to be confident that he can retire this batter and get another quick out.
Quite a few fans in blue in the crowd today, making a long trip from Quincy here on a Thursday.
You maybe wonder if some of them watched the softball game yesterday and just stayed in the area, taking a baseball game today.
2 strikes now to Green. 1 on, 1 out. Blue Devils runner at second base. The pitch, low and away for a ball, as Schroeder, the catcher, runs for himself there at second base after the RBI double.
Well, they've got a lot of bodies in that dugout. They've got a big roster that they brought here to this game, but they elect not to use a courtesy runner here.
St. Peter's delivers, low and away for a ball.
St. Peter's doesn't come traditionally over the top. He kind of three-quarters, maybe considered a junk baller of sorts. Doesn't have that overpowering fastball, but he can get some movement on his pitches. And as we said, he's only made the one start, so he's used to coming out of the pen. He's the first, what could be a couple of relief pitchers here.
Soft line drive. Scrabach makes the play near the bag at second. Soft liner to the second baseman, 2 down.
So many times a soft line drive like that can be misjudged, but Scrabach read it all the way, and his momentum was carrying him to second base. Unfortunately, the runner also read it, and Scrabach was unable to double up the runner, but it's another out. 2 outs now here in the fourth.
Top of the order, Ben Merrow. Reached on a walk and is grounded out. He's 0 for 1. And a strike delivered in there by St. Peter's.
First pitch strike, so important. Sets up the rest of your game plan of retiring a batter.
St. Peter's with the stretch. And the pitch. Another strike, 0-2. Well, he is filling up the strike zone out of the bullpen. May get him 1-2-3 as he comes in here.
That would be a big boost for the Redbirds to get out of this inning after the first 2 reached.
Here's the pitch. It's low and away in the dirt. Runners at second with 2 down here. Waste pitch, and Bonnell made the play, shifting to his right, away from the right-handed batter. St. Peter's long look in, a lead at second base for Schroeder once again. The pitch on the way. Strike 3 called, outside corner, struck him out. Couple of strikeouts for Jacob St. Peter's as he comes in the game, and he gets Quincy 1-2-3. The Blue Devils get a run, a leadoff walk, and then an RBI double, and they bump their lead to 3-0 over Alton. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
Dad, the toilet's clogged again.
RiverBender to the rescue. We'll clean any drain, anytime, anywhere. RiverBender is your locally owned and operated plumbing and drain cleaning company. We're friendly, fast, and reliable. RiverBender takes the extra steps to protect your home while providing stellar 24-hour emergency superhero service with hometown pricing. So for plumbing repairs, drain cleaning, water heaters, filtration systems, or just when your house pipes are in trouble, call RiverBender.
Deficit that you've got to overcome. You'd like to get at least a couple here in this fourth and start the rally with the number 2 man in the batting order. Good place to get it started.
Hopkins leads it off, 0 for 1. He takes ball 1 up high, left-handed batter. Again, starting the day, Hopkins .310 batting average. Senior, lefty, will take a strike on the inside corner here.
3 strikeouts for this pitcher, and we've seen St. Peter's come in and get 2 strikeouts in the 3 outs he recorded in his 1 inning of work.
Swing and a miss, low and away. Had him fishing there, missed it, strike 2.
And had him fooled. I mean, he was way out in front, and he had committed himself, and he was just trying, hopefully, to foul it off and get some respect that way.
Strike 3 called, inside corner. Hopkins didn't think so, but he strikes out.
Yeah, he was reaching on that off-speed pitch, and then he busts him on the inside part of the plate with the fastball and gets the called strikeout. And that's strikeout number 4. 3 of them have been Redbirds looking.
And here's Big Brian. Brian Hudson, the designated hitter, 0 for 1. Flied out to short left, his first time up. This one is deep to center, way back to dead center field, and it's off the fence. over the center fielder's head, off the fence on the fly with a double, and he just missed a home run.
Hit about midway up on the fence in center field, just where the wind was blowing out towards left, and Hudson almost had the first run of the game for the Redbirds. A double with one out here in the fourth. That might be the hit that starts the rally.
First time the Redbirds have had a runner to second base. So that's a positive anyway. With one on, one out, here's Jacob Kanalikin. Kanalikin wears number 9, and the pitch low in the dirt, ball 1. Kanalikin 358 to start the day. Again, 35 RBIs, second on the team there. No homers, 4 triples, 8 doubles.
You don't normally see someone second on the team in RBIs, 15 behind the leader.
This one bounces in. Hudson's going to go, and the catcher still doesn't know where the ball is. Now he grabs it. Hudson's at third, 1 out. Good block by the catcher there, but then he had trouble locating. It's 2-0.
Yeah, once it got away from him a little bit, Hudson read it well, and he was able to take third easily. And as it turns out, catcher never could find it, and Hudson was standing at third base when he was still looking.
Right-handed pitcher, right-handed batter, 2-0 pitch. It's a strike, and it's 2-1.
Again, that catcher almost had his mitt in the dirt when he made that catch for a strike, and the Alton dugout does not like it at all.
The low strikes keep coming from the home plate umpire. Consistently low, consistently strikes. And the pitcher staying there, why not? Here's Green, and he delivers a strike. It's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And Kanalikin didn't like that pitch. I guess he thought it might have been a little bit outside as he shook his head as takes a breather, little walk around the batter's box.
2-2 delivery, way outside, full count.
So many ways you could score a run from third base. The Redbirds desperately need one of those scenarios to play out right here. Best case scenario would be a nice ball hitting the gap and be a no-doubter.
The stretch by the pitcher, and he delivers. It's a ground ball to third, right at Hudson there. And the throw to first out. Hudson had nowhere to go as that high hopper went right to Weinhoff at third base, and he threw him out.
Yeah, he fielded it cleanly, checked the runner. Hudson bluffed as he was looking like he might try to score, but there was no way he would have been an easy out at home plate. So it's 2 outs now in a 2-out rally for the Redbirds. They need it if they're going to score the first run of the game.
Bottom of the 4th inning, 2 outs now. Junior catcher Aaron Bonnell blowing away, ball 1. He's 1 for 1 with a hit.
Redbirds just need something positive to go their way. They've gotten some bad, what they feel to be bad calls at home plate. Need a break to go their way.
Swing and a pop foul. It's now 1-1. And on the other side, the Quincy Blue Devils swinging the bats with some line drives sprayed all around the field. Singles, doubles, and 3 runs on the board.
And with all those fly balls early on, you knew that Cusack just wasn't on his game today. And got to credit the Blue Devils. They took advantage.
Swing and a miss. High fastball. Came up empty for strike 2.
Got to buckle down here. Got to make contact. Get it through the infield somehow to get this run in.
Drake Green, right-hander for Quincy. 2 strikes and a ball to the Alton catcher. Pitcher steps off, batter steps out.
Yeah, Bonnell was asking for timeout. Initially, he didn't get it, and he stayed in the batter's box until it was granted by the umpire.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 and a couple more strikeouts for Green there in the 4th inning. That's the end of the 4th. A 1-out double is wasted. Hudson stranded at third base, and after 4 innings, the Blue Devils 3, the Redbirds nothing. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
Roper's Regal Beagle, located on Godfrey Road, is the Metro East premier sports bar and grill. Open Sunday through Thursday till 2 a.m. and Fridays and Saturdays till 3 a.m. At Roper's Regal Beagle, you will enjoy some of the area's best pizza from their wood-fired pizza oven. There's also a full kitchen offering a huge variety, as well as a soup and salad bar. Sports fans, Roper's Regal Beagle is the place to watch the game. 27 TVs, NFL ticket, Big Ten, Pac-12, and streaming local high school sports.
3 runs, so the book is closed on Cusack. 3 innings, 3 runs allowed, 2 walks, 5 hits, no strikeouts. St. Peter's has struck out 2 in his 1 inning of work.
St. Peter's goes back to work here. Tosick, Weinhoff, and Reckers. 2, 3, and 4 batters for the Blue Devils, who have the 3-0 lead. And we're ready to go again. St. Peter's delivers. It is low for a ball, as now he's in the windup. He came in the game with a runner at second, nobody out.
Yeah, a lot of relief pitchers, and he's been used almost exclusively in relief. Feel comfortable pitching out of the stretch, and you just pitch out of the stretch all the time, but it almost looks odd seeing him throw out of the windup here today.
And on that pitch, he went back to the stretch, and now he's going to the stretch, it looks like, with nobody on base. And the stretch and the pitch, and it's ball 3 upstairs.
That's strange. I mean, the first one, windup, and then the next 2 deliveries, you pitch from the stretch, and he's back at the stretch here.
Ready to go again, and the pitch on the way. 3-0 strike. It's 3-1. Shortstop for Quincy is 0 for 2. Number 2 hitter in the lineup. Ground ball to the right side. Skrawbach diving, can't get it. It's into right field as it slides through for a base hit, and they have 6 hits in the game.
And another leadoff batter reaching base. That's now 4 times in the 5 innings that the leadoff man has reached, and that's asking for trouble. He's come around to score twice. 2 of the 3 runs have been scored by the leadoff batter in an inning.
Hunter Weinhoff, 1 for 2, steps in.
Double play.
And he hits one in the hole at short, and it gets through by the diving shortstop this time, Hampton. It's another base hit, and the Blue Devils hitting the ball everywhere.
Well, these 2 base hits took about 12 bounces combined on the infield. One just out of the reach of Skrawbach diving. This one just out of the reach of Hampton going in the hole. As they find the space out there, and 2 singles to lead off the 5th inning, and the Blue Devils are threatening again.
6 different Blue Devils have at least a hit. 7 hits on the board now for the Blue. Blue and white of Quincy. And after the game, we announce our Munganast Alton Toyota player of the game. Left-handed batter Johnny Reckers in there now.
Weinhoff is one of those players that's got 2 hits, been on base twice in this game.
Low, pops out of the mid of the catcher, but the runners stay with nobody out, and the cleanup hitter up there. Could be trouble here for the Redbirds again.
Reckers has been on base twice, reached on an error, and singled.
St. Peter's the stretch.
He just looks like a dangerous hitter. The left-handed bat, pretty good size, body. Looks like he can do some damage, and St. Peter steps off here with the runner taking his lead at second.
Pretty good size first baseman. He's a junior. Cleanup hitter. Reckers ready to go. And the pitch. Swing and a foul off to the left, out of play. As he was behind that fastball at 2-0, and now it's 2-1.
Wind changing directions maybe just a little. It was out towards left center. Now it's a little bit more towards left field foul pole.
Stretch and pitch, swinging a ground ball to the right side. Second baseman on a couple of big hops will have to go to first. That's as good as a bunt, I guess. The runners move up. 1 out, second and third now.
Skrawbach moving to his left to field that ball. It would have been a dangerous play to try and pivot and get the lead runner at second base to try to turn 2. So he just took the safe play at first to record the first out. Runners advance.
Carson Fry, 0 for 2, steps in. Number 5 batter. The infield comes in for Alton High.
Can't afford to give up any more runs. They're trying to keep it at 3.
3-0 Quincy. 5th inning. Second and third here, and again the Blue Devils have something going again. Check swing, but he went too far on a slow curve, it looked like.
Got ahead of the batter here. Need to finish him off. Got that first strike. Now you got to keep pouring him in there.
Quincy at the plate with the number 5 batter. The bottom of the batting order has done some damage, though. The RBIs for the 6, 7, and 8 hitters. Here's a pitch just outside near the knees, says the umpire.
Looked like another off-speed pitch that maybe was off the plate. It definitely wasn't too low because we've seen that called a strike before.
And catcher held it there for a while for the home plate umpire again. And time called by the batter here and with a 1-1 count.
This batter's 0 for 2 in this game. Not a big batter at all, batting in the middle of this lineup.
Check swing and down in the dirt, and we'll see if he went too far for strike 2.
They're asking the base umpire, and it took a while before him to react. He says no.
No swing.
He had the batter fooled. I mean, he was way off balance and offered a little bit. He wasn't going to hit the ball no matter what. He was guessing something else.
2-1, the pitch. Swing and a tap to the pitcher, and he checks the runner at third and then goes to first for the out. And there's 2 down with runners still at second and third base.
He almost had Tosick committed to go home. St. Peter's did the right thing. Look at him, make sure that he was going to freeze between third and home and not try to break after you throw the ball to first. Kanalikin was playing in, so he had to retreat to the bag. He wasn't standing on the bag when the throw was made and had to actually apply the tag for the out.
And now they're going to walk intentionally the junior second baseman, Mason Melton, who's been on base twice, has an RBI double. He scored 2 runs, but they'll walk him.
Intentional pass here to load the bases. Melton had reached on a walk and scored in the 4th, and he had doubled and scored with an RBI in that 2nd inning.
But this batter has an RBI double too, and it was a shot to right center field. The catcher, Ben Schroeder, with the bases loaded.
Yeah, that might have been the hardest hit ball.
Big spot here in the ball game. 3-0 Quincy, 5th inning. Breaking ball, strike called, 0-1.
He had the batter off balance that time. He was striding forward and couldn't pull the trigger. Getting ahead, that's key for St. Peter's here.
Jacob St. Peter's delivers, and it is low and away for a ball. And again, the RBIs have come from the 6, 7, and 8 batters. Blue Devils 3-0 here. Looking for more. Redbirds trying to stop it with the bases loaded in this inning. Foul ball, strike 2.
The only time the Blue Devils got their leadoff man on but failed to score was in the 1st when the Redbirds got the double play. Now they need the out here, and they can stymie the Blue Devils and stop this rally that started with a single, and then the intentional pass to load the bases.
Stretch by St. Peter's as he looks for a big out here. Swing and a fly ball to center. Center fielder back, and he's under it. And straight away, center field. It's Allen. He makes the play, and the Blue Devils leave. The bases loaded. They've left 7 and still lead it 3-0 here. 3-0 Quincy over Alton. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
At Shell Community Federal Credit Union, you are important. We work hard to ensure you have the best banking experience possible. Whether you are inquiring about opening a savings account or wanting to learn more about a loan, our professionals are here to help you with any questions, and we will walk you through every step of the process. Since opening our doors in 1935, we've never forgotten that our members are our most important asset, which is why we continue to excel. For all your banking needs, Shell is the one place to go.
And now have stranded 7 for the game. They've had 7 hits and scored 3 runs in this ball game.
The Redbirds looking for a rally anywhere in the lineup. Bottom of the lineup, top of the lineup. They've had 3 hits in the game. And here's ball 1 to Drake Hampton.
I really thought last inning was their best opportunity with 2, 3, 4 starting the inning. They got the double from Hudson, but he was stranded at third base as they couldn't get him in with that middle of the lineup coming up.
Low in the dirt, 2-0 the count from Drake Green here, who's pitched a good ball game so far. He has struck out a handful, 5 Ks, no walks, 3 hits.
Well, other than that long double by Hudson, there's not been a ball hit hard by this Alton team, and they struggled in their season finale, winning 1-0 in Jerseyville. They get a leadoff walk here, and that might be what starts the rally.
A 4-pitch walk, and that sends the batter, shortstop Drake Hampton, to first base.
And that's the first walk of the game for the Redbirds.
Now you look back to that Jerseyville game, 1-0. They beat Jersey, but the game before that, they only scored 2 runs, lost to O'Fallon 11-2.
And Coach Haug was not happy after that game.
As they settled for a second-place tie with O'Fallon. They led the Panthers most of the year and had sole possession of second place, but had to share it in the end at 11-3. Throw over to first and the runner back. Win 0 for 1 with a ground out. Edwardsville waits on the winner Saturday. Ground ball towards short. Shortstop bobbles a little, throws to second, out, on to first, not in time. They get the lead runner, Tosick. Went down to a knee. He had trouble getting it out of his glove, but he still got the lead runner.
I don't think with the speed of wind that he would have been able to turn to, but just bobbling it made it sure that he wasn't going to turn to. Gets the lead batter, and now the speedy win is on at first.
1 on, 1 out for Carter Hayden. Throw over to first, runner back. So Hayden at the dish. And the pitch. Inside, ball 1.
There's been a couple of pitches in this inning that have missed inside, causing the Alton right-handed batters to jump out of the way.
3-0 Blue Devils. They've out-hit Alton 7-3. And it's a ball up and in. Redbirds had a single in the first, single in the second, had the double last inning in the fourth. 3 hits so far. Here's a strike call.
Another one of those low strikes, and even reaching a little bit was the catcher towards the outside part of the plate. So once again, this Quincy pitcher taking advantage of the big strike zone and getting the calls.
2-1 to count. Win with a short lead at first. Here's a strike right down the middle, 2-2. Number 8 hitter, Carter Hayden at the plate.
Well, if he pokes one down the right field line, there's a lot of room there. That's probably the biggest gap on the outfield right now.
Strike 3 called. Inside corner between the belt and the knees. Another strikeout for Green.
That's twice today that Carter Hayden has watched a called strike 3. And for the Redbirds, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 times that they've watched called strike 3.
And 6 strikeouts overall. Here is the number 9 hitter. Strawbach takes strike 1.
Going to have to be a 2-out rally now. They couldn't get the runner in from third with 2 outs last inning. Scrawbach's come up with big hits all season long. This might be another opportunity.
Down in the dirt, runner going, and no throw. Wynn standing up at second base with 2 down.
He picked a good pitch to run on. That ball was in the dirt, and the catcher had no chance to throw down to second base, so now Wynn in scoring position.
Right-handed pitcher Green delivers, and it's in the dirt, back to the screen, and that will send the runner to third. Wild pitch.
First time we've seen a wild pitch in this game from this hurler as it went through the legs of his catcher with another ball in the dirt. And these are the breaks that the Redbirds need as they get the runner from first to third on a couple of balls in the dirt. And maybe things are starting to go the Redbirds' way, looking for their first run of the game.
Still need a 2-out something here from the number 9 hitter. It's high for a ball.
Now it's 3-1. This should be a batter's count. Should get a good pitch to hit here, and we'll see what Scrappy can do with it.
Where's number 2? Right-handed batter waits. 3-1 pitch. It's a fastball strike, 3-2.
Well, he was taken all the way, so he must have been guessing something else as he watched a pretty good pitch to hit for strike 2.
Top of the order waiting, but first, Scrawbach with 2 down. Runner at third for the Redbirds. Swing and a ground ball towards short. Shortstop has it. Throw over to first for the out. And for the second inning in a row, the Redbirds leave a runner at third base. In the fourth and in the fifth, we've played 5, 3-0. Quincy Blue Devils over the Redbirds. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
Sports, food, and good times. That's what you'll find at Alton Sports Tap. With our daily specials and the best wings around, no game day is complete without us. Between our main bar, enclosed and outdoor patios, you won't know where to begin your evening. Alton Sports Tap has a spacious banquet center offering plenty of space to host any event and the food to make it great. Whether you stop by to catch a game, grab dinner, or enjoy our new live gaming, Sports Tap has got you covered.
Tap to shut down the Blue Devils. They can't afford to make it any bigger than a 3-run deficit. And you look ahead to the 6th inning, Redbirds will have the top of the order coming up, so that's got to be the inning they get something going.
Up and in, batter is hit by a pitch, and that's the pitcher, Drake Green, who will walk down to first base on the first pitch of the 6th inning.
And another leadoff man on base. That's 5 of the 6 innings the leadoff man has reached for Quincy.
Quincy has left 7 on base. They left the bases loaded last inning.
They do use a courtesy runner this time for the pitcher. And it looks like Andrew Meyer.
Right-handed batter here is Derek Green. Number 9 hitter may be bunting with nobody out. And it is a bunt, and it's back and to the screen. Strike 1.
Good effort that time by Bunnell, but it hit the screen, and Bunnell went sliding towards the backstop trying to make the catch. Got the sophomore courtesy runner over there. You might see a base running mistake out of a youngster, so the Redbirds want to keep an eye here, especially if the bunter fails to bunt. You might get that runner wandering a little bit off first base.
St. Peter's the stretch. Throw over to first and the runner back.
Had him leaning, and then even when he went back to the bag, he almost came off the bag, and Kanelican was trying to keep the tag on him. Could have been an easy out there if that base runner would have made a mistake.
Derek Green, the designated hitter. Number 9 hitter for the right fielder, Landon Brown. Here's a bunt up the first base side. St. Peter's will go to first for the out. Sack bunt good, 1 down.
It was hit hard enough that I think St. Peter's could have had a play at second. He really didn't look there, and it's the safe play to get the out at first. If it's not hit right back to you, he had to go in that area between the pitcher's mound and first base to field it. So he got the safe play, and the Devils moved the runner up to second base.
Leadoff man now, Ben Merrill bats. Merrill from the right side, 0 for 2 with a walk. pitch is low and away. Ball one. Top of the order again for Quincy. 7 hits, 7 left on base. They've been given a couple of walks, 3 walks, hit by pitch. A lot of base runners.
Base runners in every inning.
Here's a strike, and it's 1-1. It could be more than 3-0, that's for sure, but that's where we are in the 6th. Right-handed pitcher, St. Peter's, looks in. The junior checks the runner behind him at second base. Pitches high for a ball.
Watch St. Peter's on a strikeout pitch last inning, or the inning prior. He shook off the catcher after the catcher got the sign from the dugout, and then St. Peter shook him off and then came and got the strikeout. So he looks in and gets the sign he wants. He's nodded a couple of times here, maybe for the pitch and the location, or maybe it was the pickoff play which he was nodding to.
Threw back to second base. Runner gets back safely. St. Peter's 2-0 on the season, on the mound.
A lot of times those pickoff plays are signaled in from the dugout to the catcher, and then the catcher signals it to the pitcher.
St. Peter's the stretch and the pitch again. Swing and a miss. Kept it away from the right-handed batter. 2-2. St. Peter's with a couple of strikeouts when he came into the game in the 4th inning.
Hasn't had one since. Nice place for one right now.
Runner at second, the stretch. Pitch is low and away. Backhanded stop in the dirt by the catcher Bonnell. 3-2.
Worked out of trouble last inning when the Blue Devils stranded the bases loaded, but boy, you're flirting with danger when you're constantly working out of trouble. Need to come up with big pitch after big pitch. That's tough.
3-2 pitch, swing and a miss, way high on the fastball, but he went after it, strike 3.
Well, he got him to chase one way out of the strike zone, and it looks so inviting coming up there sometimes, and it's hard to catch up with, and Merrow strikes out for the second time.
Brings in Matt Tosick. Shortstop for Quincy, 1 for 3 with a single. The pitch, breaking ball in there, strike 1.
Starts him off with the breaking ball, and when you can drop that in for a strike, it's big. That's what he does here. Now you got that batter guessing. What's he going to throw next?
Top of the 6th inning started with a hit by pitch, then a sacrifice bunt, and this one gets away. In and out of the catcher's glove, pass ball looked like there, and runner to third base.
Yeah, the runner didn't get a good jump, but that ball went all the way back to the backstop, so it was an easy trot to third, and now that runner is 90 feet away, and you got to bear down. You can't afford another wild pitch or pass ball.
With 2 outs, runner to third base. Tosick waits, swing and taps it foul, strike 2.
Well, you got 2 strikes on the batter now. What's the coaches say? Get this guy.
Get the batter, don't worry about the runner. 2 down here, and runner takes his lead at third base.
Very conservative lead. He can almost fall over and get back to the bag.
St. Peter's now in the stretch, and now the pitch. Swing and a fly ball into left center field. Left fielder over, center fielder over, and the center fielder makes a running catch. Allen had to go a long way into the gap, 3 outs.
They were crisscrossing in that left center field gap, and it was Allen taking the deep route, and he was the one who came up with it, took a tumble after making the catch. That was a big out recorded by the Redbird outfielder.
Quincy leaves another runner on base. This time a runner left at third. Middle of the 6th inning. It's still 3-0. The Blue Devils over the Redbirds. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
Well, sir, after some serious consideration, I'd like to put in my 15-year notice.
You're quitting?
Technically retiring, sir. With a little help from my State Farm agent, I plan to retire in 15 years.
Wow, you're totally blindsiding me here. Who's going to manage your accounts?
Well, I'm going to finish packing my things. 15 years will really sneak up on you.
Jennifer will do your exit interview, and Adam made you a cake.
Red velvet.
Oh, thank you.
I made this.
Take charge of your retirement. Talk to State Farm agent Tom Lane to help you plan for your future today.
Bottom of the 6th inning, top of the batting order for the Alton Redbirds. Derek Allen, Matt Hopkins, Brian Hudson. This has to be the inning that the Redbirds at least get on the board or get some kind of rally going here, trailing Quincy 3-0.
Well, they've got it set up in their favor. They've got the top of the order coming up here in the 6th. Got the right people coming to bat. These guys have done it all season long. They put up some big numbers. They need it here.
They've done it all year long with 29 wins. Derek Allen swinging a ground ball.
There it is.
Fair down the line, and it's going to be at least 2. It was an 0-2 pitch, and it's not 2. The left fielder, Merrill, makes a great play, holding Allen to a single down the left field line.
It could have been a double, but Allen really can't push it. He can't get out on the bases, so he took the conservative route, rounded big at first base. If it would have been mishandled in the outfield, he would have been at second, but when it was fielded cleanly, he stuck at first. But things have started now for the Redbirds. Leadoff single.
And Hopkins fouls it back to the screen. Strike 1. He's 0 for 2.
We talked about the Blue Devils having their leadoff man on in 5 of the 6 innings. Allen has now reached base to lead off an inning twice. He did it in the 1st, now in the 6th. He also got the leadoff man on in the 5th inning, but as we know, failed to score.
Redbirds have not scored yet. They now have 4 hits on the board with this leadoff hit in the 6th.
There's been 3 innings when Green struck out the leadoff man. So you go from the one polar opposite, making an out, striking out, to getting on base with a hit.
Quincy leading 3-0. Hopkins pops it up down the left field line. Third baseman, shortstop, everybody over there, and they couldn't get it as the shortstop made a long, long run.
They were all 3 converging out there. Left fielder, third base, shortstop, and it looked like it could have been caught. There was a lot of air under it. Hopkins has really been taking almost everything to left field today. You'd like to see him turn on one and really utilize that space down the right field line, but it seems like everything he's been hitting has been going towards left field, and they've got him played that way.
And keeping the ball that way for the most part, away from him. Left-handed batter. Green delivers. Swing and a foul. Just got a piece of it.
Barely got a piece of it.
2 strikes and a ball. Nobody out. 6th inning. 3-0 Quincy. They've led throughout. They scored 2 in the 2nd inning. 1 run in the 4th inning. Swing and a foul again.
Staying alive up there, seeing some pitches, maybe timing this pitcher and coming through with a big hit when you need it.
Big Brian waits on deck. Hudson, Kanalikin after that.
I'm sure Hudson's licking his chops, hoping to have a couple of runners on when he comes in. He's got those 49 RBI, tops among St. Louis area baseball teams, and he's going to have an opportunity maybe with 1 or 2 runners on, barring a double play. That's probably the worst case scenario, a double play right now.
Yep, Hopkins is struck out. He has flied out to left. Swing and a fly to left again. Left fielder coming in. He's under it now in short left, and he'll make the play as they throw it on the outside corner to Hopkins again. 1 out.
Yeah, he just couldn't hit it with any authority. Got a bat on it, went to the outfield, but didn't hit it in a line drive. Had a lot of air under it, and out number 1.
Here's Brian Hudson for the Alton Redbirds, designated hitter. And a double last time up off the center field fence. Swing and a miss, mighty cut.
He's a first pitch swinger. He almost always offers at the first pitch. Interesting that Quincy's not electing to walk him. They're going to go right at the big guy here.
Green threw it by him, and now a ground ball to the right side. Takes a big hop for the second baseman, who throws to first for the out. Melton got a big hop there at the end, and 2 down. Runner moves to second base.
Yeah, if that would have stayed down, it might have gotten under his glove and into right field for a hit. Instead, it bounced up. He took a look at second base, but instead went to first with the play, and it's 2 outs, runner at second.
That brings in Jacob Kanalikin here, 0 for 2, strikeout, ground out. Green delivers. Low and away for a ball, and we probably haven't said enough about the great job of Drake Green of Quincy.
Yeah, we don't know a lot about him. He might be doing this every single time he takes to the mound, but he's been impressive.
Right-hander for the Blue Devils brings it in, swinging a fly ball to center. Center fielder there. He's under it and has it. Fry right there on a lazy fly to center field. And that is the end of the Alton 6th inning. A leadoff single. Redbirds have been shut out on 4 hits as we go to the 7th inning in Edwardsville in a moment. 3-0 Quincy, still our score. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
Come on, guys. We're only up by 1 run. I need some insurance. Let's go.
Put me in, Coach. I can get you some insurance.
AmFam G-Man at the plate. Here's the pitch. Swing and a long one. A home run for AmFam G-Man.
Hit a home run with my team, a winning team. Let me protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fisher, 466-7062. Come on, Coach.
American Family Insurance.
Bases got loaded in the 5th. He was able to work out of that jam and had a runner at third stranded last inning.
He has allowed 2 hits, 1 walk, hit a batter, 3 strikeouts. Here's a fly ball, a soft liner over the second baseman's head, and it falls in right center for a leadoff hit in the 7th.
A leadoff hit again for the Blue Devils. 6 out of the 7 innings they've had their leadoff man on.
In all kinds of ways, too. Walks, hit batter, singles, an error back in the 2nd inning led to 2 unearned runs.
And that's Weinhoff's third single.
Hunter Weinhoff on base. Left-handed batter here, Johnny Reckers, ball 1. St. Peter's trying to shut him down again here for another inning. We're in the 7th. Right-hander St. Peter's with the stretch and the pitch. Swinging a ground ball towards short, maybe 2. Out at second, over to first, double play. 6-4-3. Hampton started it, 2 down.
Well, they got the hop he wanted. It wasn't hit too hard. Hampton was able to field it cleanly, covering second. Straubach making the turn. And this runner, not the fastest runner, Reckers, able to get him by a couple of steps at first.
That brings in Carson Fry now. Fry ready to go, and he pops one up. Short left field, Hopkins coming in, Allen coming in. Center fielder Allen will make the play. And that is the end of the 7th inning quickly for the Blue Devils after that leadoff single, a double play, and then a pop out. Bottom of the 7th coming up. The Redbirds need a rally when we come back. Quincy 3, Alton nothing in the 4A regional semis here in Edwardsville. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
Red or black, silver or gold, new or used. At First Mid-America Credit Union, they know options are important to you. That's why they've made relationships with local dealerships where you'll receive all the extras with First Mid-America Credit Union's low rates and financing done on the spot. All you have to do is decide what you want. Your car, our loans, they're made for each other. www.1stmidamerica.org or call 618-258-3168 to speak to a representative.
Bill winning yesterday, winning big over Pekin High School. Swing and a miss by Bonnell. Strike 1, and this pitcher, Drake Green, I'm guessing his pitch count is somewhere in the 80s or 90s here today.
And there's nobody throwing in the bullpen that we could see.
Swing and a miss, maybe a foul tip. Strike 2.
Quickly 0-2. Bonnell has struck out in this game, but he's also singled. Hampton has been on base with a walk. Wynn reached base on a fielder's choice. They need to do it again here.
Bonnell takes high, inside a little bit maybe there. Ball one, 2 strikes and a ball. Bottom of the 7th inning here for the number 2 seed, Alton, against the 3 seed, Quincy. Bouncing in for ball 2.
Well, now after getting the first 2 pitches over for strikes, he's throwing a couple of balls, and Bonnell can dig in now and look for something because this pitcher can't afford to get to ball 3, so he'll probably throw one over the plate here.
Drake Green looks in, brings it in, swing and a fly ball deep to left. Left fielder going back, way back, and it is gone. Down the line, a fair ball, and into the left field corner, over the fence, home run, Alton Redbirds.
Well, there's not a lot of deep areas here. It's only 310 down the line, and that was pretty much down the line, so Bonnell gets enough of it, and now you wonder if this could shake up this pitcher Green, because the Redbirds are on the board. They've cut a 3-0 lead to 3-1, and they've energized the Redbird faithful here in Edwardsville.
The Redbirds still need a base runner to bring the tying run up, but now it's 3-1. Bonnell with his 2nd home run of the year. RBI number 23 for the catcher. And strike 1 here to Drake Hampton.
Got to credit the pitcher. He comes right back and gets a first pitch strike to Hampton.
2nd home run of the year. Here's a deep drive to
That's
center field. Way back it goes. Center fielder can't get it. It's off the fence over his head for a double. A line drive double to straightaway center field with nobody out.
Couple of hard hit balls by the Redbirds, and they're starting to get some confidence here. It was a dramatic softball win yesterday. Can the boys do the same here in the 7th inning in the regional semifinals? It prompts a visit to the mound, a home run followed by a double, and the Redbirds have taken the momentum away.
Drake Hampton takes over the lead in doubles on the team. 14 doubles on the year. They have a meeting on the mound here. Nobody out. And the Redbirds have finally broke through with a run, a solo home run to start the 7th. But now Hampton with a double, and Stephen Wynn will face Drake Green, who will stay in there for now.
Yeah, nobody warming up in the bullpen, so either we're going to see a position player take over or this is his game to win or lose.
And Stephen Wynn steps in. The Redbirds look for more, maybe more base runners here. Again, nobody out. Wynn will take a ball, ball 1.
Well, the batter is the tying run.
Redbirds with 7 home runs on the year now. 4 for Hudson, 2 for Bonnell, 1 for Hopkins. This one is down and in, ball 2.
And that's really all you can ask for. That leadoff home run so huge because it enabled the Redbirds to be a little bit more realistic. In the past, they were looking at, the man on deck is the man who could tie the game. Now the man in the batter's box can tie the game.
Ball 3 high to Win. On deck, the 8 and 9 hitters, Hayden and Scrabach.
I don't think they'll give him the green light at 3-0, but this pitcher's got a groove one here. You might turn him loose.
It's a strike right down the middle. And you wonder who their closer is, if it's somebody out there, a position player that may have to come in before this game is over. We'll see.
Wynn ought to get another good pitch here.
3-1 pitch. It's a strike, inside corner.
It must have been on the inside part of the plate because Wynn lifted his hands up thinking it was in off the plate. He watched it for a strike, and now it's full.
3-2 now, and Green delivers low in the dirt. Ball 4, 2 on with nobody out.
When I saw that ball bounce in the dirt, I glanced up to see if that runner from second would try to take third. He stayed where he was. He didn't want to force anything. Redbirds have got the tying run now at first base. Keep chipping away.
Yeah, Hayden steps in with a couple of RBIs this year. We'll see if he's bunting. He was going to bunt, took it low, ball 1.
Well, Carter Hayden's one of these players who has not played a lot this season for the Redbirds, but gets the start here today, made a good play in the field, but he struck out a couple of times looking. I'm sure he doesn't want to strike out looking here. He's going to be aggressive early.
And he makes a good bunt to the pitcher, who bobbles it for a moment, throws, and it gets away. It gets away at first. A run will score. Second and third, nobody out on an air off the glove of the second baseman covering down there at first.
Obviously, Coach Todd Haug knows the ability of Carter Hayden to put down a bunt. He had been a strikeout victim twice in this game. They needed a bunt here. That's why he was batting. He came through. The pitcher mishandled it. That allowed him to rush a throw at first base, and the ball got away from the first baseman. A run scores. Now the tying run is only 90 feet away, and the go-ahead run is at second.
The run scores on an air, as the pitcher threw it into the runner just a little bit there, and there's still nobody out. 4 Redbirds in a row have reached base. And now we got the number 9 hitter, Jacob Scrabach, to the plate, and the Quincy infield comes in all the way around, leading 3-2.
Well, the Redbirds softball team scored a run without the ball getting hit to win the game. Could the same scenario unfold here?
Strike one to the number 9 hitter here, Scrabach.
Before he can win it, you got to tie it. That runner at third is important right here, and Stephen Wynn is a good heads-up base runner.
Right-handed batter, and he shoots one into left field. Base hit, 1 run in, and the Redbirds win it. The Redbirds win it with a 2-run single. Jacob Scrabach did it as he pulled it into left field by the pulled-in infield, and 2-run score, 4-3 Alton.
Guess who does it again? Jacob Scrabach has come up with big hits all season long from that 9 hole in the order. And when the inning started with Bunnell hitting the home run, and it followed up with Drake Hampton reaching on the double, then they got the play they needed when Wynn was able to reach base on a walk as he milked a walk. The Redbirds had the brakes go their way. The Blue Devils walk off dejected as the Redbirds celebrate out near second base.
And the Redbirds still had nobody out in the 7th inning, but they score 4, and they win it 4-3 over the Quincy Blue Devils. Redbirds will play Edwardsville after all on Saturday at 11 a.m. right here on the Big Z for a regional title. Back with a postgame in a moment. Redbirds win it, win number 30 on the season. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.